right? So let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about the past. I'm 30 years old this year, right? And pretty much when I grew up as a child, I spent most of my time playing outdoors. I think some of you can also relate to that. You know, we would go to the playgrounds, we would
Chưa kịp
play
sửa thôi nhá.
football,
Nhưng xuyên
we would
nhưng
just
xuyên
hang
rồi.
out with friends. Boys like me, I would just climb trees and get hurt all the time, right? So we spent a lot of our time outdoors away from electronic devices. I mean, back then we had no cell phones. We would just entertain ourselves with nature. Now, what about now? Children today, I mean, I can speak for Malaysia, right? I've been passed by some playgrounds in Malaysia. I don't even see children anymore. I see the older folks, like my grandmothers, my grandparents, even my mom's age or my dad's age. They're all literally in the playgrounds, and it's no longer children. Children today, they rather choose to entertain themselves with electronic devices, their tablets, their
Anh đang nghe đây.
iPhones,
Anh
the
đang mở cái file
computers
đó
and
trực
whatnot
tiếp ở
have
trên
you,
máy của anh.
especially with games all being so readily available on all these platforms. Um, Not only entertainment, education as well, guys. You know, in Malaysia, a lot of schools are moving away from hard copy textbooks. So the over reliance on
Cái màn
electronic
hình của em
devices
nó bị
for
đứng
our
rồi.
children, I mean, I don't have children,
Ok.
but some of you are parents out there, have only grown very significantly higher, right? And I don't know about you, but I feel very uneasy to allow my children to use these electronic devices day in, day out. I believe there are some health complications in the long term if children are exposed to all of these devices at an early age. Now, what is this
Cái đấy ở đâu? Nó
problem
có trong
that
file nào
I'm
chưa em?
trying to get to? It is called the EMF radiation pollution. You see, as long as an electronic device is
Thì
operating, it is on, it is being used, there is a byproduct from these electronic devices,
ý anh là
and
ok,
that is
tức
the
là những cái này
radiation that it
là kiểu mình muốn
produces.
đưa vào quy trình về sau
And
luôn á.
I
Chứ bây
call
giờ
it a
nó chưa có nhá.
pollution because, I
Em
mean, look
có cái
around
file đấy không?
you.
Em gửi cho
Everything
anh
around
qua
you
Zalo
is
luôn được không?
literally an
Để anh
electronic
copy vào
device
trong
right
cái file này
now.
luôn.
You know, whether it's connected via a cable or about a battery or even a portable battery, right? So the interesting thing about this pollution is that it's very different than the pollutions that we kind of know of, water, air, and noise. It's different in the sense that it does not directly affect any of our senses. We don't feel it, we
À
don't
đây trên
see
này
it,
rồi
and we
đúng không?
don't
Ok.
smell it. So we assume that it is not there. But all of us deep down, I believe
Không là
we
mình làm trước.
truly know that there are some invincible radiation lurking around us, right? It's just that we don't see it, so we forget it, and then it's out of our minds, right? Out of sight, out of mind. But I would like to challenge this because I've spoken to some people, uh, and they have mentioned that when they go to certain places, certain rooms, certain buildings, they have experienced heaviness. They have experienced nauseating effects. You know, and when they usually look around them, when they do feel this way, it's usually in a location where there is an immense amount of TVs, screens, lights, and whatnot have you, right? So I
Cho anh
believe
hỏi chỗ
now
này một
with
chút
the
này, cái thông
advancement
báo
of
mà em gửi
technology,
vào trong nhóm ấy
we are actually starting to
là đầu tiên là
feel it.
điền thông tin vào bảng thống kê là không
Right,
liên
so I don't
quan
know
gì
about
đến
you
cái này đúng
guys.
không?
I'm not sure if you guys feel the same way or had felt the same way. If
Cái
you
đấy là
do,
khác.
let me
Ok
know
rồi.
in the chat. Right? So what are the
Cái
sources of
cái
these
quy trình này là thầy bảo
electromagnetic
báo
noise
cáo hàng tháng hả
radiation?
Mai Sơn?
Or I call it a
Hay
noise.
như nào?
Some people call it interference, right? But I call it noise just to keep it simple. Basically, anything that uses electricity to operate. Your phones,
Ok.
your air conditioner,
Trước đấy là chưa có cái
your
này.
television, your induction cooks, your microwaves, and I believe every single one of us in our homes right now, we have every
Ừ.
single one of these devices. And because this has become basically an essential household appliance, we need to have it. Perhaps in colder countries, you don't have air conditioning, but here in Malaysia, Oh man, oh man, you need an air conditioner.
Cái
If
này
not,
gọi là quy trình
you'll be melting,
khảo sát
right? So
đo lường
all
mật
of
độ
these
nhóm nữa đúng không?
devices are
Chứ không
sources
phải là
of this
báo
noise
cáo thống kê.
radiation. But let's dive in a bit more in the details because some people they don't
Ừ.
truly
Thống kê
understand
thì
uh,
đo lường năng lượng.
noise energy because some people they will misunderstand signal energy and EMF field and all that kind of stuff. So let's clarify everything today. Now we have in every single electronic device, let's say take for example my phone, right? There are three types of energies being produced at a single moment of time.
Nên
Number
papa
one
sukus apa nên kom klay
is the
kuma.
black energy, as I call it, is the electromagnetic field energy. This is the energy that is used to power up the phone, right? It's operating to its battery and it uses the battery power to operate. So it's basically the energy, the battery power, right? Now, the second energy that's being coming out of this phone right now is called signal transmission energy. Now, if imagine this, imagine if your phone cannot connect to Wi-Fi and cannot connect to the satellite. This phone will be completely useless, right? And your phone, surprisingly, 24/7, there is actual signal transmissions going on constantly, right? So this is called the blue energy, the signal transmission energy. Now, the third one, right? Let's read the details very quickly. It's called the electromagnetic noise energy. It is the unwanted radiation or the byproducts from the first energy, the electromagnetic field energy, the black color energy, and the signal transmission energy, the blue energy. This is the energy, the noise energy that the emguarde is trying
Ok.
to tackle at this moment of time, right? So let's use this graph very quickly to illustrate my point again. This is your home, you have your television, you have your computer, you have your laptops, air conditioning, whatso. Now, black energy is basically the electromagnetic field energy, all those cables and everything that connects all your appliances to the main power box. The signal energy is the ones that communicate with your laptops, your phones to the Wi-Fi router, right? So all of these things are the signal transmission energy. The red energy is all around. As long as the electronic device is being turned on or is being powered up, the red energy will be present, right? So with the emguarde being installed in your house, it does not interfere with the black energy or the blue energy. It only suppresses the red energy, the noise energy, and the noise energy is the one that's actually directly impacting our health, right? So I hope that clears up a bit more about the energy that we will be suppressing with the emguarde. Now, what are the negative effects of the electromagnetic disturbances? Now, World Health Organization, WHO, in 2011, they classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans, increasing the risk for glioma, which is a mechanism type of brain cancer associated with wireless phone use. Now, I'll leave you guys with a question, or not really a question, but more something to ponder on.
Anh đang làm.
20, 30 years
Anh
ago,
đang viết anh
do
làm
you
luôn
guys
rồi.
remember your first
Bây giờ làm
phones
cái
that
gì?
you
Bây giờ
started
làm cái
using?
file khảo sát này cái gì?
Right? It was those really
Các câu
big
hỏi.
Nokia phones.
Cái này thì gọi là các
You
câu
could
hỏi khảo
literally
sát thì sẽ
throw the
đúng
phone
hơn.
against the wall, and I think the wall would
Khảo
probably
sát
crack. Right?
đo lường
Those phones were
năng lượng.
really, really massive. But the functions of those phones were so simple compared to the functions of this phone right now and your smartphones, right? So technology has definitely improved a lot. And I'm so glad because it really gives us access to a lot of things around the world. My question is this: how about the awareness, not really the awareness, how about you hearing somebody around you has gotten cancer.
Có, anh có.
Seriously, 20, 30 years ago, when someone said I had cancer, you'll be like, wait, what? Seriously? Today, you'll be like, oh man, that's so sad. It is what it is. Do you see how that difference in terms of the view of that sickness has grown? You know, some like today, at the moment of time, people have viewed this sickness as something common. And that is the scary part. That is extremely the scary part. And it's really, really crazy, right? So the emguarde is coming in at a very, very amazing time of our present generation, because not only are we super dependent on these electronic devices, we are also super dependent on electronic devices that are completely, I don't know, they're absolutely powerful. Like, have you heard of stories where people get injured because the phone explodes or something like that? Right? Yeah, these are bombs you're holding, right? So the emguarde is coming in at such an important time. So what is the emguarde all about? It is a patented technology. The function of the emguarde is harmonizing targeted high-frequency electromagnetic noise radiation up to 1 gigahertz. For reference, 1 gigahertz is 1000 megahertz. And one emguarde has a coverage range of 4-meter radius or 8 meters in diameter. Just think of it as a sphere, right? A ball, which like those Star Wars movies where they turn on their force field or something like that, the shield, and it goes wang. Something like that. Think of it that way, right? So it's 8 meters in diameter. So that is the emguarde. Now, I want you guys to pay very close attention to frequencies up to 1000 megahertz, right? Because we're going to dive a little bit deeper into why below 1000 megahertz is super important. Now, this is the FCC. The FCC is the Federation Communications Commission in the United States. They have released this press release long time ago. And they have said this: according to the FCC's exposure limits, the human body absorbs RF energy more effectively at certain frequencies. And they have said that these frequencies is 30 to 300 megahertz. The emguarde is suppressing frequencies below 1000 megahertz. Right, so this is just to give you more knowledge about what the emguarde is for. So, come back to the FCC. Why is this range 30 to 300 so important? Because they further explained that certain organs in our human body actually function at these frequencies. The brain is 72 to 90, the human body is 62 to 78, and yada yada and so on, right? So all of these frequencies are actually within 30 to 300. Scary, right? So right now you must be asking me, oh, Egbert, okay, so let's say the phones does produce these frequencies. I mean, I'm not holding my phone all the time. I mean, I'm not standing next to my light bulb. My air conditioning is quite far away. How does it affect me? If you really know frequencies, it travels through space and time. Let me show you from this example, right? This is called the resonance theory. The resonance theory speaks of two objects that do not have to be physically attached to each other, but if the frequencies are matching, they will actually interact even though they're not physically attached. Right, so let's pay attention to the right of the screen, and this is the video to explain the resonance theory.
Các giám đốc kinh doanh gửi đúng không? Gửi cho thành viên.
Thành viên tiền và gửi cho tuyến tên trực tiếp của mình. Nghe. Trong thành viên tiền và gửi lên tuyến tên trực tiếp của mình. Ví dụ chị liên tiền xong thì chị liên sẽ.
Alright, there we go. Very simple experiment. First tuning fork he brought out, complete different frequency. Rung it, didn't affect the one that was stationary on the table. Second one, exact same frequency, tung, started to vibrate the one on the table. Because you saw the ping pong ball started to move. Now, how does this relate to us using our electronic devices? I'll give you two examples. Example number one, right? Let's say you're using your phone. Let's say you get a phone call. Now, your phone call, most of us will speak like that immediately. Be like, hey, yada, yada, hey, friend, blah, blah, blah. After 5 minutes, a few things happen to your side of your face, your ear. Number one is your ear starts to feel a bit hot, and maybe you start to feel a bit sweaty, right? Now, heat is completely normal. Heat is a byproduct of energy usage. Very, very normal. So heat usually isn't an indicator of radiation. It's usually not, right? Now, my question is, why
đang
is
nói
it
file
when you're
nào? Em đang
using
nói
your
file nào? Đoạn
phone
này
for
anh đang
too
không theo
long,
được. Từ
the
file
side of your
tài sản
face
công
here
thức mẫu
becomes
em gửi lên
numb.
nhóm là
Why does your face become, it feels weird? That is my question. The second one is, let's say I'm using my phone like this. I mean,
anh
some
có
of
một
us,
file tài
especially in the
sản
younger
công thức mẫu mà em
generation,
gửi
we
riêng cho
tend
anh
to
rồi.
use our phones before we sleep, right? We'll be like lying down and be like scrolling through social media and
Thế để
whatnot
anh
have you.
bật lên đã xong rồi share
Sometimes
cho
my
mọi người á.
fingers gets numb as well, and they feel very
Tài
lethargic.
sản công thức mẫu
Have this ever happened to you? Let me know in the chat. Type 3 if it ever had, because I know friends who go through it every single day without knowing what is truly happening to
file
their
này gọi
bodies.
là nó được xếp
Right?
vào cái gì?
So that is how the frequencies actually interact with our human body. They don't have to be physically attached to us. You know,
Cái này được xếp vào
I
cái
just
gì?
found out air conditioning, hair dryers, they actually put out immense
là
amounts of EMF radiation,
quản lý đội nhóm à?
right? But those are things that we cannot live without, unfortunately, right? So now let's get a bit more in detail. How is it affecting our human body? Now,
Quản lý đội nhóm.
this is a researcher from Canada. Her name is Dr. Magda Havas. You can Google her name. Now, she has spent her entire life dedicating to studying something called electro smog. Basically, she wants to find out, how does our human body react to electronic devices, or us using these electronic devices. Now, she has stated that 70 minutes or 10 minutes of, 70 minutes of computer usage and 10 minutes of cell phone usage can lead to something called the Rulux formation. And if you look carefully, you will see that the red blood cells of this the participant who kind of tested his blood, you see that the red blood cells are actually stacking. They're stacking, they're not really freely moving, and that is called the Relux formation, right? So she has also further explained that patients with cancer, when they do blood tests and they look under the microscope, their red blood cells have very similar characteristics to this as well, right? Why? Because as long as these red blood cells are being stacked along like this, that's when you get poor circulation in your body. That's when you get low oxygen transportation in your body. That's where you get reduced waste removal, headache, fatigue, and whatnot have you, right? I mean, I use computers every single day. Prior to the emguarde, I always wondered why I'm always getting headaches. Why am I always getting migraines? Why am I always feeling so tired? And you feel very lethargic when you use your computers for too long, right? So I understand now. That is because my body, the red blood cells are being affected. And then she further explained, in a healthy body in a clean EMI environment, the red blood cells are actually free flowing like this, right? So the emguarde truly is coming in at a point to tackle this particular problem. Now, this is one, I mean, some people always ask me, how do you detect? How can you tell if the phone is truly emitting radiation, right? The first way is frequency, because radiation will travel off frequency waves. Now, the second way to measure is every frequency wave, there is a power density attached to that frequency. Power density is measured in something called microwatts per centimeter square, right? You can Google all these terms up. Power density, microwatts per centimeter square, watts per centimeter square. You can go on and Google all these terms. It will all relate to the same thing, which is a power density. All right. Now, the FCC stated that below 200 microwatts per centimeter is acceptable. Anything above 200 is unacceptable, right? So in the video ahead, we're going to show you, we're going to use a very special device to measure certain things in houses that have electricity running into them, right? So let's take a quick look together. Now, the left side is emguarde off, on the right side is emguarde on. And if you see on the screen right here, you will see numbers, right? Remember, everything below 200 is acceptable. Everything above 200 is not.
Quên không nhắc tên của các bạn cả. Chị Liên, thế mà anh nói là không, em hướng dẫn ai chi chứ không hướng dẫn đâu. Tưởng xếp giỏi đó thì đâu cần nói với quan điểm thực tế.
Right, so a very quick video showcasing the RD9300. Now, I don't have my detector with me at the moment. I had to kind of give it away. Not give it away. I had to lend it to somebody who wanted to use it for testing, and I don't have one at the moment. If I did, I would have gladly shown it to you live. Right? So the RD9300 is a detector. It measures the power density of frequencies coming out of electronic devices. Right? So just to declare that this detector is not manufactured by Enagic. It is a complete third-party product. It's just that we have kind of surveyed the market and we have found out that this device is the easiest to use and is the most straightforward to use. Right? There are other detectors in the market. It's just that we chose this one. Now, let's take a look at the coverage range of the emguarde. So the company says 4-meter radius. Let's put it to the test.
Alright, so in this section of the video, I'm going to show you how emguarde has the ability to alleviate the radiation from this LED light bulb 4 meters away from this antenna. Okay, so now first of all, I would like you to see the screen. From the software itself, everything is clear before I turn on the LED. Now as soon as I turn on the LED, as you can actually see that the noise field from the EM radiation comes back and it's actually showing you this blue curvy line. Okay, so now I'm going to invite my team to take this emguarde away from me for about 4 meters, okay, in radius. Okay, now I'm going to invite my team to power on the emguarde. Just plug the USB-C, leave it on the table. Now as soon as the emguarde is on, as you can see, the frequency spectrum from the SDR software has been cleared away. Okay, now as soon as I unpower the emguarde, please remove the power line from the emguarde, just unplug. Wait for about 2 to 3 seconds. The radiation from the LED comes back immediately. Now let's do another control test by powering up the emguarde again. Please put the USB-C power cable into the emguarde. There you go, and immediately, as you can see, everything is cleared away. And this is to show you that emguarde works effectively 4 meters away from this antenna.
For those who are wondering, what device that they were using is called the SDR, Software Defined Radio. Now, this is an app that you can actually download on your Android phones. I believe they also have one on the Apple phone. I've not experimented with it yet, but I know the Android one works perfectly, right? And all you have to do is kind of buy this weird looking dongle thing that attaches to an antenna. And what this antenna does, it picks up the frequencies in your surroundings. All right. Now, we talked about two detectors. We talked about the RD9300 and we talked about the SDR. Now, in this video, we'll be using both. All right. So here we have half of the video. I'm going to, you have the SDR right there, Mehdi. Fantastic. Right. So right now I'm going to show you the full video. The full video, this is a video that was made by my team, by my Simon. Let me show it to you guys because it's truly mind-blowing. All right. Let me just bring it up and share with you guys. Now, for those headphone users, I do warn you, in this video, it will get quite loud. So do be mindful of that. Just reduce your volume just a slight bit. Give me a thumbs up, you can see the video. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
Guys, I am totally shocked. What I'm going to show in this video is going to blow some of your minds. My name is Simon. I'm here in Hong Kong. We just checked into our room here, okay, downtown Hong Kong. And when three of us, when we walked into this room, we felt a little bit dizziness, a little bit of weight on our chest, and we knew instantly there was something wrong with the room. And one of our colleagues installed this app on his phone, and this app, basically what it does is it can tell you, see, based on where I turn it, it will tell you all the cell towers that is around the area. So take a look at this. I'm going to start from here. You have Vodafone, you have all these kind of different cell towers everywhere. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to come over here. There's a lot of cell towers here. Everywhere. Alright, it's a concrete jungle. Take a look at this. Okay. So we decided to do some experiment of ourselves. So definitely the emguarde is, we have our emguarde with us everywhere we go, but it's not turned on now. I'm going to use the first tool that we have here, which is the RD9300. I want you to see this. I'm going to turn on the RD. In this room itself, it's showing about 0 of power density. So this room actually is fine. Okay. However, I'm going to go nearer to the window and I'm going to go nearer to the cell tower. I want you guys to see the power density reading coming out onto my detector right now. It is 2,900 microwatts of power density. And the cell tower is right there. You can see that 3 sticks is right there. It's about 50 meters away. And that's on this side of the room. So can you look at this? If I go back here, when the ring is away, it drops back down to 0, 200. And the moment I come to this side, where there's also a lot of cell towers, just look at that. I don't even have to go near the window. It's already 2,600, 2,700. Unbelievable. This is Hong Kong. Oh, look at that. Everywhere.
This zone, huh?
Okay. Now, I have my colleague here, David. David, say hi to the camera. So now we're going to show you something that was unbelievable. We have not seen this in most of the places that we've done testing before. Yep. So we're seeing this here. So the emguarde is still off. This is called the SDR software. It's gonna actually detect the electromagnetic interference in this area. So what David's gonna do now is he's going to actually turn on the software. You can download this software on your Android phone. You just have to pay a couple $, to get the software. So I want you guys to see. Just zoom in on the phone. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So the software is connected to a dongle that connects to an antenna. And the antenna is receiving the interference around this
có nghĩa là ví chẳng hạn như nhìn giá về là tâm thức của nó, cái giá trị của nó là một cái cuộc sống hạnh phúc bình yên, một cái đó nhân cái phá hoại này đau tín là tình hình thật sự ra những tốt trong tốt đẹp trong các mối quan hệ mà theo chị nói này, khi mà các mối quan hệ tốt đẹp trong cuộc sống của mình sẽ bình an hạnh phúc mà tất nhiên là cả cái sự cũng tốt được kéo theo đúng không? Đó, thì khi mà mình đón nhận phản hồi về được kinh doanh gì cả mà mình chỉ muốn bình an trong các mối quan hệ thì cho mình được thoải mái.
Look at the wave spectrum, it's gone down. I'm going to unplug the emguarde. take a look at the suppression, guys. Here, take a look at the suppression. Boom. With the emguarde turned on. And let me turn on the detector. Take a look at that. Where it was showing 2,900, it's now showing 0. So then you can come near to the detector. I'm all the way at the window. It's showing 0.
bình an và hạnh phúc thì kể cả đồn bởi vì sức khỏe dồi dào rồi con cái ngoan ngoãn nói chung là tất cả mọi thứ trong ngoài đây bình yên thì các mối quan hệ trong các ngôi nhà ấy thì chỉ nói là đồn nghiêm tị thì đúng rồi đó nhưng mà bây giờ nói nghiêm tị cũng được mà thì gọi là sau khi mà mình bình an thì mình cuộc sống sung túc nhưng mà mình không kịp đánh giá bao nhiêu đâu bao nhiêu.
Did you guys enjoy that video? Was it kind of scary at the same time? And in reality, guys, it doesn't only happen in Hong Kong. I know Hong Kong is a very dense city, but it also happens in our houses. The reason for that is because you also have a lot of appliances, air conditioning, lights, and all of these turned on in your house as well. Right? So that is the that is a very helpful video that Simon has recorded for us to kind of show us this sort of invincible threat that we are facing today. Right? So let's jump back into the slides. So how does the emguarde really work? Right? Now, every single electronic device will emit this red energy, the noise energy, right? The emguarde just comes in, you install it into your house through a wall plug, to a USB-C cable, and it actually sends out a signal to suppress these red energies. Now, the correct term or the correct language for the function of the emguarde, if you just read below with me, emguarde utilizes harmonics frequencies to effectively suppress targeted electromagnetic noise radiation between 3 MHz to 1000 MHz within a 4-meter radius. So this is truly the function of the emguarde, right? And it's super quick. You saw it on the video. You saw the SDR software going, and then as soon as the emguarde was plugged in, it was like silence. It was muted, it was suppressed immediately, right? So that is the emguarde, that is the technology. Now, let me show you some evidence, because I always believe evidence beats conversation. Now, the emguarde in Malaysia was actually submitted from Inajik, Malaysia, to a government science facility in Malaysia called University Science of Malaysia, USM for short. They sent the emguarde to test the effective range of the RF white noise suppression. Right, so you see emguarde here, you see the date 2024 January 26. Now this is their report. I don't really understand the numbers, but let's go through the English a little bit together on top. The emguarde successfully performed as required at distances of 4, 5, and 6 meters, all in radius under the various environment as tested. So the company said 4 meters. That only proves to us that it goes beyond that. 4, 5, and 6 goes beyond that. The second result, the emguarde effectively suppresses unwanted electromagnetic noise waves between 71 and 73. Now, two things that are very important in this second result finding. They say effectively suppresses unwanted electromagnetic noise. And that was what I was talking about the whole time, the noise energy. And the second thing, if you remember in the previous slides, the FCC reported that certain body organs function in certain frequencies. Was those frequencies not close to the ones reported here? 71 megahertz to 73 megahertz. Alright, so that only gives me absolute proof that the emguarde truly is capable of protecting us from the harms of this noise energy. These are some photos of how the test was done in a residential area, a working office, even in a laboratory. And the conclusion is the emguarde is suppressing frequencies. 71 to 73 megahertz is one of the examples, and it covers up to 6-meter coverage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to share something with you guys, because for the past 2 to 3 days, I have been sleeping. I have been in my home without my emguarde. You see, what happened was a distributor of mine decided that he wanted an emguarde to kind of test in his house. I usually have 2, right? One my grandmother took because she was traveling with some friends, so I was only left with 1. And my distributor, he needed 1 as well, so basically, being the nice guy I am, I borrowed it to him. I lent it to him, sorry. So right now, I don't have my emguarde for the past 2-3 days. And guys, I am feeling very tired. My eyes right now are feeling extremely exhausted. And that is the exact same feeling I had way before I found out about the emguarde. And right now, I can't wait to get my emguarde back in the house. Don't even get me started on the lack of sleep I had in the past few days. I literally had to move all of my phones, all of my laptops outside of my room for me to get a good night's rest. That has been my experience with the emguarde, and it only shows me, right, that you truly realize the power of the emguarde when it's not there anymore. And that's a very scary thing, right? So I need my emguarde quickly back. I should get it back as soon as possible, and I can't wait to have it back. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the emguarde. This is the technology we were discussing about, and this is the opportunity available to all of us. Why? Because the company emguarde. Now, if you saw the presentation today, and perhaps you have been aware of this problem, this electromagnetic radiation pollution problem, right? You always knew deep down that using your phone too long, holding your phone, being close to electronic devices, you always knew that was bad for you. You always knew that it had some impact on your health. But you never really knew how to solve it. Because before the emguarde, there wasn't really a solution to it until now. Now, if you went through the product presentation with me and you feel like, hey, this technology is really amazing. Now, this leads to the second section of this presentation. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in Magic, they are looking for partners. They are looking for distributors to work with to market this amazing technology. Right? So that is happening in the second section of this presentation. I've already come to the end of the product presentation. Now, I'm not going to go too deep in terms of the information because it can get very scientific. And I'm one person who is not very scientific, right? So I'm not qualified to speak on too much of these scientific details. But what I can tell you is, so far, the people that has been using the emguarde, all of them has mentioned that they've gotten better sleep. The migraines that they had because they were always on the computer daily have disappeared. Some even said that they had more attention. Some even said that their eyes were less dry, were less tired. Many testimonies worldwide. Right? So if you're truly interested in getting an emguarde today, I urge you, please don't hesitate. Please dive into the information, get more confidence, and make your decision to invest in emguarde today, because you're truly doing you and your family a huge favor by protecting you guys from these noise radiation, right? So speak to the person that invited you into this call, or if so happen you found out about this technology without anyone telling you, go to your nearest Enagic office, inquire and find someone in your local market to explain more about the emguarde to you. All right, so that is the product. Now I want to spend more time in the second section because there is a huge opportunity. Now most people here They are here
bao
because
nhiêu?
they see an opportunity. Most people in this Zoom, I mean, they see a huge opportunity. Because this technology, believe it or not, in your community, in your market, you're probably
Ok,
the first
thế
few
chị
people
Hải với chị
that
Liên
have
ấy
heard
không?
about this
Có tập
technology.
luyện 9 nghi thức mỗi ngày đều đặn không?
And if this technology really does what it says
tập.
it does, don't you guys agree that there's a huge market for this technology in your community, in your country? So let me show you,
Ok.
if you choose to
Có
buy
tập nhưng chưa đều,
an
chắc
emguarde,
là
there is also
dạ,
a
không, cái
business
đấy thì đặc biệt thì
opportunity
không tính
waiting
rồi.
for you with no added costs. All right, so let's dive into the business side of things. Now, let me introduce
nhưng chưa
Enagic
đều
to you.
là 4 người.
Enagic
Ok.
is a Japanese direct
Có
selling
bao nhiêu
company.
người năng lượng
Right?
xanh?
We're an international company of
Câu
over
hỏi này
50 years. Some of us, we went
trả
to
lời ý nghĩa là
Okinawa
như nào Mai
I
Sương?
think last month to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Enagic. And guys, it was a
Câu 3 ấy, Mai
truly
Sương. Ý thầy là thầy như
amazing
muốn
event.
gì ấy?
Right? So Enagic is not a small company, it's an international company, and it's a long history.
Nhưng mà tức là lấy
How
cái gì, ví
international?
dụ như mình
We have 43 offices in
đo lường như nào ấy,
26
chị
countries.
Hải hình dung ý
That
em
is
không?
how big
Tức là trong
Enagic
cái đấy mình
truly is.
ừ.
Now, what is the business? What is this business opportunity that is available to you if you decide to invest in an emguarde? Because the moment you buy an emguarde, Enagic will offer to you the chance to become a distributor without any additional costs. Or you can also choose to become a end user. Fine by me, right? Fine by all of us. But the opportunity is still available for you to become a distributor. Now, if you choose to become a distributor, you can do so. You can make your sales through your direct sales customers, and you will receive direct sales commission. But the people that you also sold this product to, they can also choose to become a distributor as well, and they can introduce their own customers, which you will receive indirect sales commission. So yes, you heard it. The company doesn't only pay you one type of commissions, they pay you two types of commissions for your sales. And don't even get me started on all the other bonuses that are available further in your journey in the Enagic family. Right? But let's focus here right now. So company pays on two fronts, direct sales and your indirect sales, which company calculates as your total group sales. Right? Now let's talk about the 8A or 8 points commission. Now this commission is the biggest commission that you will be first exposed to when you join the business, the Enagic's business. All right? How this commission works. Now let's pay attention to the price of the emguarde. The price of the emguarde internationally is $1,480 US. This is the global pricing. The commission works in a way that $520 US out of the $1,480 US, this 520 has already been a preset budget for our commissions. And the 520 is split into 8 equal parts, or 8 A's. And every single A is 65. Right? So basically it's 520 US dollars divided by 8, and every single part, is 65 US dollars. How you get paid on your direct sales in the company depends on your existing rank with the company. When you sell your first and second direct sale, you will make 65 US dollar and 65 US dollar for your first and second direct sale. As a two-way distributor, you need to make your third direct sale and you will make 130 US dollars. 3A, you need to achieve 10 cumulative emguarde group sales, and your next direct sale, you will receive
Gọi là chỉ kiểu
195
cũng là nhận định cái
US
đo lường
dollars.
của bản thân cá
Right?
nhân
So
mình thôi
first
đúng không?
achieve the 10 cumulative emguarde group sales. Again, group sales, so you don't have to sell all 10 yourself. You can combine them with your direct sales and your indirect
Nhưng mà
sales.
câu hỏi
Achieve
tức
the
là câu hỏi
10,
là có bao nhiêu
and your
người
next
năng lượng
direct
xanh.
sale, you will
Anh ấy ví
receive
dụ như vậy. Nhưng mà anh
195
sẽ
US
nhận
dollars. For a
thông tin của chị
20
Liễu.
cumulative emguarde group sales, your next direct sale, you receive 260 US dollars. 5A, 50 cumulative emguarde group sales, and your next direct sale is 325 US dollars. Lastly, 6A, 200 cumulative emguarde group sales, and your next direct sale, you receive 390 US dollar per direct sale. Now, I don't know about you, but even at 4A with 260 US dollars per emguarde, I think that is very, very generous commissions as well. And I think this is one of the main reasons why a lot of Enagic family or Enagic distributors, they really like this business plan, because from the start, the commissions that you get are already very, very generous, and they're already very, very high. Right? So this not only helps you to recuperate your investment in the emguarde, but it also helps you to kickstart your business fast and quick. So this is your direct sales commission. Now let's talk about indirect sales commission, because the company also pays indirect sales commissions. So let's put ourselves here, right? Everything in green is your commissions. So let's say you sell your first machine to Tom. It is your 1A sale, and you will receive 65 US dollars. Your second sale to Alex, 1A sale as well, and you receive 65 US dollars. Now your third direct sale now is a 2A sale, and now you receive 130 US dollars. Right? So you see how you go in rank. You always have to basically follow the structure, introduce your first and second direct sale, your third sale, you become a 2A distributor immediately. Now what happens when Tom introduces the emguarde to Grace? You will also receive 65 US dollars. Same thing as Grace to Polly and Polly to Arthur. The reason for that is because Tom, we call it in our company, your 1A overriding lane. Basically, any sale underneath Tom, you will receive 65 US dollars. This also applies to your 2A lane, right? So let's say you introduce Kim. From Kim's sale, you will make 130 US dollars. But every time Kim and Rose sell, you will receive 130 US dollars as well. Right? Because it's your 2A overriding lane. Now we have already 4 direct with 6 indirects. So we have a total of 10 group sales. After 10 group sales, you introduce May, who is your 3A distributor, and every time May sells an emguarde underneath your team, you will receive 195 US dollars.
Cái này là chưa
Right, so
không
that
anh
is
bảo này,
how
anh
the
bảo cái này nó
system
chưa rõ
works.
ràng, tức là cái
As
này
long
chỉ
as
số
you
leader
introduce
thôi,
more
chứ những
people
người
into the
mới
business
sẽ không
in
thể
a
trả lời câu
bigger,
hỏi kiểu như này được.
as we
Bởi
call
vì
it,
sao? Bởi vì
direct line
ví
or
dụ như chị Liên vừa
A
trả lời câu
line,
hỏi là
you will receive a bigger amount of
chị tập 9
commissions
nghi
as
thức
well.
mỗi ngày nhưng mà chưa đều, đúng
So
không?
just to
Thì chị
reinforce the
không là chị
idea,
đang không trả
every
lời câu hỏi
single
bao nhiêu thành
sale
viên đang luyện tập 9
underneath
nghi
of
thức mỗi ngày.
Kim's
Ở đây
team,
phải hỏi là
you
câu
will
hỏi là
earn
anh chị đang tập luyện 9 nghi thức
130 US
đúng không? Chị nghe em
dollars.
nói tức là mình phải đổi lại câu hỏi, ví dụ
Now let's
leader
talk
phải có
about
một cái bản mà câu
where
hỏi
does
cho
the
các thành viên
commission stop.
là anh chị có đang
Because
tập
in a
luyện 9 nghi thức mỗi ngày
legitimate
hay không?
company, a
Còn nếu
reputable
mà mình
company
trả
and
lời
a
một câu
stable
hỏi như này
company,
xong rồi mình lại trả lời
there
là
is no
tôi
such
bao nhiêu,
thing
đây câu
as
hỏi là bao nhiêu thành
forever
viên mà Mai Sương hình
commissions.
dung không? Bao nhiêu thành
Right?
viên
Because
tức là
if
dành
you
cho
do
các
hear that
leader.
in a company,
Tức là như chị Liên hoặc
that
như
is
chị
already
Hải
one of
là
the
phải
biggest red
có một
flags
cái
that the
câu hỏi
company
khác
is
dành cho
toxic.
những người mới.
So in Enagic, we actually have a limit as to when the commissions will stop. And the commissions, we
Nhưng
only
mà
have
leader là
8
phải thống kê
points
mà đúng không?
of
Leader phải thống
commissions to
kê
pay
nhé.
out. So let me show you how those 8 points of commissions are being paid out. So let's take a look at John to Don. when John sells his first machine to Don, John will receive 1 point commission,
Đúng rồi.
65 US dollars. Same thing from you to Tom. Now the next person that gets paid is Bob, because Bob is the one that introduced John into the business.
Đây anh ví dụ
John
ví dụ
falls
tức là mình trả
underneath
lời đọc
Bob's
câu hỏi thì phải
third
trả lời cho nó
directive,
kiểu đúng theo cái câu hỏi đó.
like you and
Tại vì câu hỏi là bao nhiêu thành viên đang luyện tập
So
chính
Bob
nghi thức mỗi ngày.
will
Thì
receive.
anh nói ví dụ anh là một leader, hiện nay trong nhóm anh đang có 5 người kể cả anh. Thì khi mà nghe chị Liên mà nói chuyện mọi người thì anh thống kê là tập đều là 1 và có tập
Company
chiều
only
đều là
has
4.
8 points.
Đó.
We have already
Em
paid
hình
out
dung không?
1,
Còn nếu mà mình muốn diễn giải
3,
thêm ra nữa
5,
thì nó là thuộc cái
7.
phần
We've
về
already
ví dụ
paid
như
out
là thông tin thêm
7
chẳng hạn, đúng không?
points.
Đó.
8 minus
Nhưng
7,
mà câu hỏi nó sẽ
that
là câu
leaves
hỏi
you
bao
with
nhiêu thành viên đang luyện tập 9 nghi thức mỗi ngày. Đúng không?
from the sale of John to Don, you will not receive 130, you will receive 65 US dollars of commission. The same thing
Đúng rồi.
with the sale from John to Dave, right? Because it's still a 1A sale. But when John sells his third unit to Dan, now John earns 2 points, Bob 2 points,
Đúng rồi.
Annie 2 points, and Kim 2 points. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 minus 8, that leaves you with 0. And the sale from John to Dan is considered a
anh đang hình dung như
non-AA
này,
sale,
em hình
and a
dung nếu mà anh
non-AA
gửi cho
sale
chị
do
Liên
not
bao
count
nhiêu thành
as
viên
a
đang tập
group
luyện 9 nghi
sale
thức mỗi ngày.
for your sales advancement
Chị Hải nghe em nào đoạn này đoạn này
Right?
mọi người phải hiểu
So,
là về
ladies
sau
and
này
gentlemen,
mình sẽ
very
gửi
simple.
những cái
You
này
have
cho
only
những
8
người
points
mới
to
của
pay
mình.
out.
Và mình
It
sẽ hạn
pays
chế
from
rất nhiều cái
bottom
việc mà
to
mình ngồi nói
top.
chuyện một nhiều
If
quá
you
kiểu như
fall
thế này,
out of
đúng
that
không?
8 points, you will not receive
Để mà giải thích về câu hỏi ấy,
commissions
thì khi mà
from
đưa một
that
câu hỏi cho
sale.
thành viên, ví dụ
And
bao
it
nhiêu
will
thành
also
viên
not
đang
be
luyện tập
considered
9 nghi
as
thức
a
mỗi ngày,
group sale count.
thì người ta chỉ đơn giản trả lời
But
là
don't
một
worry
hay là
guys,
không thôi, đúng không?
it only
Anh
applies
câu hỏi
from
cho những
John
người
to
mới phải
Dan.
là anh chị đang tập 9
Here's the
nghi thức
thing,
mỗi
can
ngày như
Bob
thế nào chẳng
continue
hạn.
selling?
Đó, thì cái người
Yes.
leader lúc đó
Can
mới đánh
Annie
giá được.
continue selling? Definitely.
Mai Sương hình dung không?
And most importantly, you can continue to introduce more
Đúng rồi.
people into the business. Let's say you become after 20 group sales, you become a 4A
Đó, đấy
distributor
thì
by
phải là
introducing Tony.
nhưng vẫn là
Every time Tony
vẫn là
sells
bao
a
nhiêu
unit,
người, đúng không?
you make 260 US dollars. Now, 50 group sales, you become a 5A distributor, you introduce Simon. Every time Simon sells an emguarde is 325 US dollars. Now imagine this, imagine if Simon in your team, he goes crazy, he goes hungry as crazy, and he sells 10 units every single month. That is 10 times 325 US dollars.
Đúng rồi.
Wouldn't you feel very incentivized to help Simon, to build his team with him, to support him, also to encourage him? I think it's truly, truly amazing, right? About how this business plan came about. And lastly, after 200 group sales, you introduce Sam as your 6A distributor, and every time Sam sells an emguarde, you receive 390 US dollars. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the Enagix 8 points commission system. This is the Enagix global compensation system. And this is how you could potentially turn this amazing technology, the emguarde, into a business of your dreams. A business that will potentially get you out of the 9 to 5, get you out of the rat race, get you out of that financial debt that you've always been in for the longest of time. And how I see it is that all of us, we are in the most advantageous position because, again, you're probably one of the few people in your city, in your town, that has heard of this technology. So you can consider yourselves as pioneers of the emguarde, right? So you don't want to let that go to waste. You want to take advantage of this advantage that you have, and you want to promote this market. So you want to market this technology to as many people as you can, in hopes that you will also introduce this business to the people that you have sold the emguarde to. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the business opportunity, and that is the emguarde technology. Now, if you want to get started, if you want to get more information, again, don't hesitate to speak to the person that invited you to this call, right? Ask them, how are you planning to market the emguarde? What is your strategy? How can I help you with that strategy? Right? So hope you guys see the big picture. I hope you guys see the opportunity available, and I hope you guys take action immediately. All right? So let's get into some of the information for more seasoned
Thế mình phải ghi vào
distributors.
đây nè. Anh sẽ ghi là nếu chưa có đội nhóm thì anh chị trả
Now,
lời
the
câu hỏi này
selling
cho chính mình.
price of the emguarde globally is $1,480 US. Now, every single name, every single person is only allowed to buy 5 units of emguarde per name. Out of the 5 units, one
Không,
of the
anh
unit
nghĩ
can
là nhiều
only
người
be
khi mình
used
gửi
as
này
a
họ không hiểu được
distributor
đâu, tức là
account.
mình sẽ
The
lại mất
other
công ngồi giải
4
thích,
must
em
be
hình dung
an
không?
end user
Mất
account.
công giải thích.
Enroller system is not applicable
Đúng rồi.
for emguarde sales, but SP protection is 90 days. There is no educational bonus for emguarde sales in your team. Right? Now,
Không, tức là giải
for
thích về
every
là một
unit
chuyện,
sale
nhưng mà nếu mà
count
giải thích
from
về những cái
1A
cơ
to
bản nhiều quá
5A,
em hình dung không? Thì
sorry,
nó
every
sẽ
emguarde sale
nó
from
sẽ
1A to
thành đào tạo
5A
cơ bản nhiều
will be
quá. Trong khi
considered
những cái
a
này
one
mọi
unit
người
sale
chỉ
count.
chịu khó đọc
But
file một hai câu.
in the
Nếu
month
mình
of
ghi rõ
you
ràng rồi
ranking
ấy,
up to a
thì nó sẽ
6A,
rất là khác.
the unit will be half a unit sale count. Right? There's no pop-up in terms of commission.
Đúng
It
rồi.
strictly follows the
Anh biết
8-point
thế, đây
system,
là
and there is
nếu
no
em không làm cái này cũng được,
EAPA
nhưng mà anh
membership
sẽ làm cái này cho đội
discounts.
nhóm của anh nhé.
Now, the biggest
Anh chỉ
difference
phải đọc cái này
between
sau đó mới chứ không
the biggest difference for the distributors that they will find is there are 2 accounts at the moment. One is called the Kangen account. Now, the Kangen account is a distributor who has purchased a level up machine and a spa or the Ukon to join the eMagic business. The emguarde account is a distributor who has, in obvious cases, purchased an emguarde to join the eMagic business. Now, the main difference is the commissions per A. For the emguarde account, it is $65 US per A, and for the Kangen account, it is $85 US per A. Right, so you get an extra $20 US if you're an existing Kangen account distributor. But do not worry, for any emguarde account, all you have to do is purchase any of eMagic's product like the Kangen water machines, the Anaspa, or the Ukon, and your emguarde account will be converted into a full Kangen account, right? And you will enjoy the 29% commissions on every next emguarde sales. Now, if you guys are truly interested in getting more information about the detector, the SDR software, if you guys want to start presenting today on the emguarde, and you need the materials, the videos, the presentation slides, if you guys want to be updated as to when the next Zoom presentations are happening, or the intensive Zoom trainings more about the technical stuff of the emguarde, I urge you guys to please scan this QR code on the left, the green color one. This will bring you into the emguarde Telegram group, where we dedicate this whole group to basically adding more information, giving you new information every single week, every single month, so that you guys have more confidence in the product. Right? So do scan this QR code for you to join this Telegram group. And don't worry, later I will post the link so you can press it and it will lead you straight into the Telegram group. Now, lastly, for those who want to take advantage of this Zoom platform, right? Perhaps you are somebody that don't know how to introduce the emguarde, but you want to start the business. Perhaps you don't have the detectives to present. Perhaps you don't have the confidence yet to present the emguarde to your friends. Well, don't worry. Take advantage of these Zoom platforms that we're running every single Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, the same time you came in for this Zoom meeting. Now, the next meeting that's happening is on Friday and Saturday. And the presenter for those 2 days, his name is Hemant Kumar. He's a 6A5-2. Now, if there's one person that has a lot of knowledge, technical wise, about products, it is Hemant Kumar, right? So if you guys want to kickstart your business, remember those dates, use the platform, invite new people into this call so that you can kickstart your Enagic business immediately, right? So do take note of the dates, 26th Friday, 27th Saturday of July, run by Hemant
Em mà ví dụ
Kumar.
như mà em ở xa với chị Hải mà chẳng qua đấy chị em mình không gần gũi á, mà tầng sâu nữa, tầng 5, tầng 6, tầng 7, tầng 8 chẳng hạn.
All right, guys.
Chẳng hạn thì em đọc một
So
phát em biết
that
là chị
is
Hải bỏ qua
all I
cái
have
comment.
for you
Và chị
today.
Hải chưa có
That is the
chưa có em.
emguarde, and that is the business plan available for those
Ô, câu 6
who
câu 6
wish to
câu 7 là
start
trùng giống nhau à?
investing in emguarde today. Right, so do take advantage of this opportunity coming up Friday and Saturday to introduce more people to take a look at this amazing technology. Okay, so I'm going to open up the next few minutes to maybe some questions. I already see a lot of questions, so let me try to answer them for you, right? Jen, you're absolutely right. Heman is a wonderful presenter, and you guys definitely want to take advantage of that tool available for you to start your business immediately. If you, Lauren said, if you sell a K8 to someone less, but you, yes, that is right. So if you start in an emguarde account and you sell either a K8 or an SD501 to a friend of yours, you will get full Kangen water machine commissions. Right? There's no shortage and there's no cut to it. You get the full commissions immediately. Mayam, if you're in this call, how do we market the emguarde? Well, there are many ways of marketing the emguarde. One is using this platform, the Zoom, that is available for you. One is to join the Telegram group and look out for the videos that we post there. Those videos can be very beneficial tools for you to start introducing the people or creating the awareness of what emguarde is capable of helping them with. For those who are interested to join the Telegram group, I'm going to post the link in the chat, so you can just simply press the link and it will direct you to the Telegram group. Once 8 points are used up in commission, people before them, for example, wouldn't receive commission. Is that correct? That is right. So as long as the 8 points are paid from bottom to top, and so happen it's already paid out before it reaches you, then you get no commissions. GML, I will try to get the recording for this video. I've been asking, because this is not my Zoom account, this is the Enagics Malaysia Zoom account. So I'm trying to get the recordings from them as well, but they have yet to respond it. So once I do, I will definitely post them in the Telegram group.
Chị Liên làm xong chưa?
Bây giờ đang nhắm đến cái chỗ cái câu cuối cùng bảo là để hỗ trợ đề nghị hỗ trợ cái gì cũng không gì cả.
Chị muốn em hỗ trợ cái gì?
Oh, sorry, I misread your message. Okay, will you please share today's videos? The videos that you want, the one which Simon did in Hong Kong, and the one that David did, the 4-meter one. All these videos you can find in the Telegram group, right? You just have to go there, you have to search the files in the group, and you'll be able to get the access to those videos immediately. Some of these videos are already on YouTube as well, right? If you just basically Google Hong Kong emguarde, you might be able to find the video on YouTube. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your excitement as well. I know some countries you have yet to have gotten the emguarde yet, but do not worry. Enagic is working very, very hard to go international very, very quickly. So do be patient. Just trust Enagic that they're doing their best. Thank you so much again for your kind words. I do apologize. Today is I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit My mind is also a bit here and there. I don't have the emguarde with me, guys. Mehdi, I'm so envious. I see the emguarde right there, and I want one next to me right now. Mayam, the emguarde doesn't have to be FDA licensed. FDA is Food and Drugs. What we have is something called SGS. SGS license. So you can one moment. So if you were to scan this part, or just go to the website. Here, you just go to the website and you will be able to go to the website itself will have the certifications and as well as all the licensing and everything. So you can get those certifications from there. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a good night, good day, and good afternoon to you, wherever you guys are from. And do remember to save the date for Friday and for Saturday. And remember, guys, bring more people into the Zoom call, new people especially. All right, good night, guys. Bye bye.
Record.